Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. So I want to talk to you about the statement that Kier Starmer, our divine leader, has made in regards to the Henry Nowak killing at the hands of the Sikh Vikram Digwa. So I don't like Kier Starmer. I believe that most of the people that watch this video don't like Kier Starmer. Most of the people in Britain actually don't like him, right? He's not statesmanlike. He is totally robotic. He speaks like a Dalek almost. He's got zero charisma. I don't think he's got anything statesmanlike about him. I don't think he's got anything particularly relatable about him or likeable. But that's not the point here. The point is, he is very much a man of the system. He's very, very much a man of the system. He is totally procedural. He obviously knows the law inside out, having been the chief prosecutor of the Crown Prosecution Service of England and Wales. So he knows his stuff, right? And he's refused to resign so far, no matter what's been thrown at him and what scandals has happened, right? But the statement that he made, right, there was one part of it where he said that the police have questions to answer. Now, I didn't expect that he would ever say anything like that. So for that, like one bit, for that statement that he made, right, there was basically a moment when he was resonating on the same frequency as the average British citizen, whereby, like, I wouldn't say that he even really showed compassion, but he sort of tried to relate to how the normal British person was feeling about this event. And the fact that he is such a man of the system, and the fact that he said that the police have questions to answer, that's very significant, because that means that he must believe that. He must believe it or he wouldn't have said it. And the fact that a guy of his character and all that would say something like that, that surely must put a certain amount of pressure on the investigatory body that the police have been referred to. I think it's the IOPC, that they must now make sure that they do a thorough fine-tooth comb investigation on what happened, because the body cam footage that the Prime Minister actually watched, I think he was even shocked by it as well. I mean, you'd have to be subhuman, you'd have to be a total robot not to be disturbed by that. The boy, Henry Nowak, was basically handcuffed and he was in a total state of incapacitation. It would have been obvious to anybody turning up at that scene, if they had any common sense about them, that that boy was zero threat and that he was actually the injured party and that he was totally incapacitated. He wasn't really responding. He was hitting out with, "I've been stabbed, I can't breathe." He said, "I'd been stabbed a good few times," and the police officers like that, "No, I don't think you have, mate." One of the police officers has resigned, I believe. One of them has resigned, and you know what? Too little, too late. The fact that they've resigned means that they know they have fucked up majorly. They've fucked up so badly, they probably can't live with themselves having looked back at that. But it's too little, too late, and I believe these police officers need to face action, including possibly criminal action, but at the very least I believe they should lose their jobs and forfeit their pensions. But back to Kier Starmer, the system man, the fact that he said that must obviously put weight on the IOPC. to actually do a proper job and not try and cover up for the police as they very often do, and no defective investigations and coming out with, oh yeah, the police, there's nothing they could have done or anything like that. That is actual bullshit. There was, I don't know how many police women there were there, but there was at least 2 police women, I think possibly 3. I've heard some people say there was 3, right? But the fact that, come on man, women are, I'm not stereotyping all women here, right? But women generally have like a sense of compassion about them, a sense of nurturing, that kind of like maternal instinct. And to see a boy on the floor that was totally incapacitated, as Henry Nowak was, and you would think that the compassion in them would kick in once they realised that he was like in that incapacitated state, and you think they'd be like that, maybe try to hold his hand and be like that, like, you know, like, come on buddy, we're with you, don't, come on, we're going to get you the help you need, hold his hand, try and reassure him, even if it was true that they couldn't have, like, nothing that they could have done could have saved his life. They could have showed the boy some compassion. It was disgusting, man. That footage was vile. It was abhorrent. But these police officers are so brainwashed with the anti-racist, woke, anti-white ideology. Now, I don't really want to get into all that in this, right? I might do another video about that, but that is the truth of the matter. So the whole thing was just, it was completely fucked up. And like, I'm glad Starmer said what he said, even though like even at that he came across as quite robotic. But I think he must have been affected by it, and the fact that he said that, this means that I hope now that we are going to get a proper thorough police investigation. So listen, 7.5 minutes. Thank you for watching, and let's hope that Henry gets proper justice. Not only for the fact that his killer's been sentenced, but the fact that the police now are under the spotlight here, and let's hope that he gets justice as far as their actions is concerned as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a nice day.